That's the music our fiddler played back in Anatevka. Remember? He would stand on his tiled roof and play his music. Everyone in the village heard it. Nobody ever complained.
Anatevka. That was a different time, a different place. Why do you persist with these thoughts, Avram? No good will come of it, believe me. Better to think about your life here in Geelong West Plaza.
Oy vey. Yes, I know you're right, Mesa Wolf. But a man cannot help his thoughts. Do you not at times think back to your time in Anatevka when you were the butcher and the village's richest man?
Well, tell me, what would be good of that? We are not in Anatevka. We are in Packington Street. That is not the fiddler you are hearing. That is Easy Music, Magic FM from Dan Murphy's.
Oy vey. Easy listening, huh? Easy listening it ain't. Why is every moment and every space here have to be filled with easy listening? I tell you, it corrodes the brain.
I'm thinking it's a little late in your case, son. Your brain is already corroded from too many thoughts, too many memories, too many books. Oh, what is the matter now?
Oh, tell me I'm not dreaming, Laser Wolf, but I just thought I saw Red Teddy cross Packington Street.
It would not be a dream, that would be a nightmare. A schmeal of a milk vendor who could not keep his word. Did I tell you how he cheated me of a good wife?
Yes, all the time you tell
Red
me.
Teddy would not be here. He went to family in Chicago.
This I know, old friend. But just for a moment, I thought I saw his unmistakable walk, you know, like he's carrying the cares of the world on his shoulders. But no, tell me. I'm not mistaken. It is Red Teddy. Oh, what Mazel tov, old friend.
Mazel tov, Red Teddy. It is good to see you after all these years. So what would bring you here of all places?
What brought me? The Pacific Aurora, my friend. I'm on a cruise and it is moored in your bay.
Oh, so now you're on a cruise already, Red Teddy. You must be rich.
Oh, as if I was a rich man. I'm recently retired and this cruise is a retirement present. But you should see this ship. It has one long staircase, just going up.
No, Red Teddy, now is not the time for such foolishness. Instead, tell us how you knew to find us here.
Facebook already. my grandson is in touch with your granddaughter, and she said you come here every day to the seat outside the Geelong West Library.
Oy vey. Facebook?
You're so fast to criticize, my friend. Facebook has allowed me to catch up with many old friends on this retirement cruise. Did it not bring us together today?
So how many of the old villagers have you found, Red Teddy?
Oh, on the one hand, let me see. Oh, our rabbi, he died in Tel Aviv. May he rest honorably. But his grandson is now cantor at the United Synagogue there. And, oh, you remember Reb Mocha, the innkeeper? Yeah.
I should forget him. He still owes me for a 4/4 of goat.
Well, he can well afford to repay you, old friend. He now runs a chain of bingo halls in Manchester.
Oh, but is he happy, Red Teddy?
Happy! You should have heard him laugh when he told me about how he got away with still owing Laser Wolf for that goat. Hey, but tell me, and this remember Reb Nachum the beggar? Yeah, he's still a beggar, but in a much better neighborhood, in Miami. Tell me about you. Do you really come here every day to this same seat every single day?
Yes, every single day. This is the prime seat. From here, you get the morning sun. You see who's going into the library for information, to the chemist for medication, to Diversità for help. But most importantly, Red Teddy, you see when the baker gets fresh almond cake. Now, this is excellent almond cake, better than you would get anywhere.
It has taken us many years and much schmoozing to gain this seat, Reptilian. You see the old men sitting down there by the traffic lights in the open? They are Croats, and they would really love to be in this prime seat. You notice their chessboard? And those out there looking at the post office? That is the domain of the Turks. We know that they are planning a takeover of this. We have good intelligence, and on that day we will be here at first light and stay here all day. You see, Packington Street is multicultural, I tell you. And there is a pecking order of old men's seating. We Jews have got the best seats. They will even bring us good coffee here.
Oh, that's very interesting, old friend. But tell me, where is the seat for the Slavs?
Oh. It is around the back, past the bottle shop and by the toilet. But tell us, Reptilian, tell me, how are your family? How is your wife Golda and all of those daughters? How is your eldest daughter, Zeizel?
I was waiting for that question, old friend. Zeitel is fine and happy, and still married to Mortal. And Mortal is still a very successful one. And they have 3 wonderful children, including Sam, the grandson who found you on Facebook. They live in Hollywood now, where Mortal's firm is known as Tailor to the Stars. George Clooney wears his suits. Ellen DeGenerate his trousers.
So Mortal's sewing machine made him rich, eh, Devian?
Rich? Of course he's not rich. He's still a butcher. No, he's not. He's still a not. He's a tailor, of course. And, yes, he's still a tailor. And, I've forgotten what I was going to tell you about. It doesn't. Yes, he's not rich because in America nobody pays their tailors, do they? Especially movie stars. Now Mortal, he is owed money by some of the biggest names you have ever heard of. Yeah, but look, tell me about you, mate. Are you still a butcher? Did you marry?
Did I marry? Did I marry? Yes, Reptevi, I married to a beautiful woman. A goy. Not only a goy, an Italian goy. Not only an Italian goy, but one who talks. Oy vey, does my wife talk. Why else do you think I would sit here each day with this pale bookseller? It is because, Reptevia, Avram does not talk as much as my wife. I sit here, and in my beautiful house I built, my wife entertains her sisters. She has 5 sisters. They talk. They make coffee, and they talk. They do not drink the coffee, because they never have time to drink or eat or anything else. And then when I get home, she will tell me of what conversations she had with her sisters. So she will talk to me about talking to them. Now, luckily, she never expects an answer, so I can look like I'm listening and I can think of other things.
Like what?
Oh, like buying property. Laser Wolf owns much of East Geelong and most of Moolap. He's a rich man.
Rich? Is it rich to be scared to go home in case your wife will talk at you? To have to spend your days on a park bench with the world's most failed bookseller?
What is his most failed?
No, Rektevi, I like books. Huh? I was the bookseller in Anatevka. When I came to Australia, I didn't want to open up a bookshop. So I went to work in a factory. I went to work making tractors with International Harvester. Then they closed, I was laid off, I went to work in another factory, Geelong Distillery, making Carayo whiskey. Which was not so good. Huh? So when they folded, I went to work at Pilkington Glass, and folded the next year. So I'm saying to myself, Avram, Avram, this must be a sign. So I took all of my redundancy monies and I bought books. And I opened up a bookshop with the people of Geelong. It was called Discount Books. Because by then I knew the people of Geelong, they're liking a bargain.
So at last you found your calling and you prospered.
No, Reb David. It went broke in 5 years. So I closed it and opened up at another location. I called it Bargain Books.
Which went broke in 4 years. So that was followed by Bargain Basement Books, which lasted for 3 years.
No. The Bargain Basement Books is much later. Next came the Book Bin, then Crazy Kev's Book Bazaar. Bargain Basement was much later.
So how many of these bookshops have you run in this Geelong run?
17. And they all went broke. I'm beginning to lose faith in the Geelong book-buying public, Reb David.
So why do you persist in trying to sell books to people who clearly do not want them?
Because that is my business. I am Avram, the world's failed bookseller. Besides, what would I do with all of my stock?
Where is your stock of books?
Well, it is in one of my warehouses in Moolat, until he gets to Organ Shop number 18.
So tell us, Reb David, what did you do when you went to America? Were you a milkman in Chicago?
A milkman? No. I first worked in the car industry until it started to go bad when the Japanese imports came in. Do you know that Chicago is bankrupt?
So it's Holden.
So no. We left Chicago many years ago and we moved to New York where we lived in Queens, which is the Greek Quarter. And Golda is talking to our neighbor who is Greek. And she said how she misses the Greek yogurt of her home. And so Golda says to me, Tevya, no one has more experience in watching milk curdle than you. You should make this yogurt and sell it to the Greeks.
So that is what you did? You
Yeah.
made Greek yogurt in New York?
For 30 years, yes. Now the firm is run by my two youngest daughters and their families.
So what do you call this Greek yogurt of yours?
Well, I wanted to remember our lives in Anatevka, so my yogurt is called Kutso Alego.
Kutso Alego.
It means lamb, horse in Greek. Hey, look, would you like to try some? Golda has some in our cabin where she's waiting for me to bring you to see her. That is, if you can bear to leave this seat to the Turkish men.
For once they are welcome to it, Retevia. But tell us, before we go, who, out of all of the people that you have found from Anatevka, has made the best new life for themselves? Who has been the most successful?
Well, my friends, I'm sure you have heard of Ben Shalom Bernanke, the chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank, the man who controls the world's economy.
Well, of course we have heard of Ben Bernanke, but he did not come from Anatevka, Tevya.
Oh, of course, you are right, my friend. But have you ever seen his young-looking, slim, blonde trophy wife? No. Well, behind all her Botox and subject to an astonishing fitness regime is Yentl, who has to be the world's best matchmaker for making such a match for herself.